Welcome to the first episode of Handsome and Nerdy. To my left, I got my boy Jeffrey.
Speak, yes.
To my right, I got
rehearse this up.
To my right, I got my boy Eric.
How y'all doing?
And
Eric got to be cool.
you know.
He went with me first.
I say the best for last.
Don't. My name ain't Biscuit. Don't butter me up.
So you have probably all seen us at some point in time. You know that Aaron is the host of the Woke podcast, and Jeffrey has been a guest on multiple of his podcasts, and we talk about him multiple times throughout our own podcast. What this is a segment that falls under the Unfiltered Brothers umbrella, along with Reaching and Teaching, Unfiltered Arguments, etc., etc. This is Handsome and Nerdy. This podcast will be basically us talking about anything that is nerd, geek, any type of material like that. Star Wars, Disney, Marvel, anything under that umbrella.
Anime.
Of course, anime is what we're talking about today. Yep. These two handsome young men are my co-hosts.
We sexy!
So I'm just gonna ask you guys to bear with me. But if you watch any of our other content, then you know how we do. We're not gonna change it up. We're not scripted. We're just gonna come off the top of our head. Fellas, we're gonna jump straight into our topic of the day.
All right.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Ready. All right, guys. What was your favorite anime of 2023?
Jeffrey, you can go first.
Hell. Joe, you can go first.
Yeah, Joe, you can go first.
No, I'm the host.
Yeah.
For the day.
You go first.
You go first. We just passed it.
I'd say, I like to do that's difficult.
Well, a favorite of 2023 doesn't have to be it could have been just anything.
It doesn't have to be my top favorite. It's just something that sticks out.
Yeah, it doesn't have to start in 2023 either.
JJK is going to definitely be, I love the whole season. Shibuya arc.
Come on, Aaron, we just started!
As you can see, Aaron does not like the Shibuya arc.
Overrated. Overrated.
Not overrated, bro. Come on.
Pretty boy.
Y'all beat me to it.
A bitch.
Yeah, Aaron does not rock with...
No, that's Joe when he talk about Jeffrey, Derek, and me. He go overrated for Derek, pretty boy for Jeffrey. And bitch for me.
It's just me panning the camera 3 different ways with different opinions about y'all. It switches depending on who I like.
No, when the Avatar happened, that's when.
Oh yeah. Pretty boy.
That's when I'm pretty boy.
When you guys see debates, you'll see things change.
Yeah.
Joe will be going down.
Man, we're going to have different conversations. We're going to have moments of debates and verses. And, that's the point is we're going to have good conversation. So why was it your favorite 2023?
I am always going to be a big fan of any anime that's got action, story plots moving forward. We're not really wasting any time. And I think because of what the arcs were, at first I think, with the prequel arc, at first I was kind of like, oh, I guess it's okay. But after understanding how much it played into what happened in the Shibuya arc, everything came together for me. So I actually watched it almost all in one go because I didn't watch for the longest time. Mm-hmm. And really watching it in one sitting is what I think. I didn't watch it all in one sitting, but I watched the first 10 episodes of the season in one sitting. And it really blends well together. So for me, I love any kind of ongoing story.
I'm almost a god. JJK was definitely my favorite of 2023. I think, one, animation wise, I already know you're going to be mad, but I got to say it because we've already had this conversation off camera. But I think the story is amazing. I do. I think that the way they... Smile and wave, boys.
Smile and wave.
But, I think that the way that the storytelling mechanics happen throughout the show is really good. I think that it touches on the beginning facet of cycles that happen within JJK. Basically, because like I said, I've read the manga, so I'm caught up. So where we are now, it's okay, I see where we're going with this, and it's not. But I will always say compared to anime Vinland Saga, even Attack on Titan, even Hell's Paradise. Hell's Paradise was a really good one. Because that was 2023, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why that was a really, really good one. And I think that, like, in terms of, like, it doesn't tell, like, the most detailed, well thought out story when it comes to that, but I do enjoy the story, if that makes sense. So that's why I'll say, yeah, it's probably my favorite.
Was Swordsmith Village season 2023?
Yes.
Was it? Yeah, was it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's an honorable mention for me because I'm going to tell you, that boy Muichiro,
yeah.
boy.
I think that
the pacing should have been better.
Yeah, that was my biggest issue with. I loved everything that they were trying to get across, but it seemed like the pacing at the end was really staggered in a weird way.
But okay, my question is because I read Demon Slayer, but that was like Demon Slayer ended right when
Demon Slayer ended in 2018.
Yeah, but I think what was that? Where were we at? We were at the train. We were at the train.
Yeah.
Well, when it ended, I think. So, because I was like,
I know that COVID happening shifted what the author was going to do because they decided to end it early, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought the manga ended in 2020.
I think that's the reason why, though. I think the author, if I'm not mistaken, I'll do some research, but I think the author had to start taking care of their parents during this time, and so they decided it was best to go ahead and end it, which I think is probably why some things seem a little bit sped up. But again, I'll dig around and see if I'm wrong enough.
Fair enough. But I think that's something I noticed a lot about anime in 2023, as well as media in general, is that pacing really is mattering now. Like, because, we look at stuff too, like not even anime, like stuff like Invincible. Like, I've read all of Invincible. And
I caught up with that too.
It's so wonderful.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But the pacing, like, for season 1 was really good.
For Invincible?
Yes. The start of season 2, the pacing wasn't bad. It's just also you're throwing so much into 8 episodes.
That is true.
That's affecting the pacing.
Let me backtrack real quick. Going back to pacing, because I want to, with regards to Demon Slayer, because like I said, I read the manga, but what changes did they make from the anime and manga? Do you know?
The only thing I know...
Because you said the pacing was weird. Was the pacing weird in the manga like that too? Because I don't remember.
The pacing was fine in the manga because the next arc and the previous arc were one.
Oh,
they're splitting.
Yeah.
I could tell at the end that the Hashira training should have fit in.
Yep. I think I read something that Hashira training is like only in like Japan as a movie right now.
Yeah, it's in a movie right now, and then we're getting it in America.
Okay.
And then basically it's the last 2 episodes of the last season and the first episode of the next season. But the next season is short too. So it's like that's why you should have just did it in the manga and made it 1 season.
Especially when you think about how much material they have for after that arc ends. Because I ain't gonna spoil, but
But
you're gonna miss some people.
Yeah. But my thing is, why do you think that they do that though?
One, money.
Because
let's look at the Attack
on Titan was boy, I feel like that was dragged out.
Like, look at how much money Mugen Train made.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Boy,
that's true.
And that's why, for those listening, I'm a Bleach fan. That's my favorite anime.
What?
I know, right? Like, the one thing that I have not really cared for about the 1,000-Year Blood War arc is we're doing what Attack on Titan did with the final arcs. We're stretching it.
Yeah.
Because it's like because I know what happens. So where we're going now, this part 3 is going to be a lot better than part 2 because part 2 is just building up again more of what we're going to see in part 3. So when you have a part in the arc that's a lot of building, it's tough because then that's where you can lose audiences.
Okay.
And is that fair sometimes? Yes. Is that fair sometimes? No. Because not much happened in like part 2 except for us Ichigo getting a new Bankai. That was like a new Zanpakuto. That was like the biggest thing in there.
Boy.
Well, I'm not gonna say the biggest, but it was one of the highlights of it.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have this is just for future reference because I talk out loud so I can go back and watch it and be like, I did say I was gonna do that. We're gonna have an anime conspiracy episode too. Theories, etc. Because it's one big thing that I don't have a question, that I have a huge question about regarding Kenpachi's Bankai and everything like that. And I think
we can talk about that.
I forgot.
What, the crocodile one?
Nah, this fool don't watch Bleach.
I love the young people.
I'm sitting there like Jeffrey ain't said a word.
But that's good because he's just gonna listen.
There's gonna be so many things that I'm gonna have a fresh perspective on. That's gonna be,
I'll say this in terms of where I put our, they'd be like, how's your skill level as the job prefers? Like, this is our beginner. This is the intermediate. This is our advanced. And I think that's a good rhythm because I think we'll play off each other as far as advanced goes. But I think when it comes to it, Aaron be knowing details. I'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever you say. I'd be like, the story didn't do well because of blah 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 blah.
If you want Master Splinter, we'll call Jared down here.
Yeah, and that's an honorable mention. Jesus, I can't wait to have him on so he can be like, yeah, the Green Man.
Jared like, nah, listen. Let's just be real.
You're all wrong.
You're all wrong.
We might have to smoke on that one.
Piccolo won't shit. Doing Black History Month.
Really?
Jesus.
Fathers.
Oh, you gotta clutch the pearls.
But to answer the initial
I was
question,
saying, yeah, that's what I was saying.
mine is Villain Saga. Just because I love that storytelling aspect. Because when I was explaining it to people, because I'm caught up on the manga myself, I said, if y'all didn't like season 2 because it wanted a lot of action, you probably gonna feel the same way about season 3. But the action is not the important aspect of this show. The action is part of the storytelling.
Yeah.
That's what you have to pay attention to. Because it was like in the first season when he tricked those English people by like taking them in, and then he knew a raid was coming, and he didn't do anything when the raid came. He just started raiding. That violence was part of that storytelling of Thorfinn, because for a moment he thought not like a Viking.
Yeah.
And then you see that completely change in season 2.
Right, and I think I will never. I
will
think
also start doing spoiler warnings at some point. Cause
Yeah.
Well, no. The only reason I didn't do that because that first season been out for a while.
Okay.
That first season been out for a minute.
Okay.
Just double check.
That was back when Netflix was. Netflix had a monopoly on MAPPA animes and stuff like that. That was before MAPPA was MAPPA.
Yeah,
and they were the other one. What were they do? It was a little motorcycle joint.
I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, but yeah, no. Spoiler warnings for anything that's like manga related, something that hasn't happened, something that has just recently happened. We'll definitely spoiler warning. But if I'm not, you think good. But no, I love Vinland Saga. I think that that's a perfect explanation of it. That we see the transition from Thorfinn, because the violence was his youth.
Yeah.
Like that was him. Like he was, because he didn't really care about the concept of becoming a warrior.
No.
His whole thing was like, I just want revenge.
Yeah.
That's revenge and violence was like his first part. And then I love season 2 started off slow.
Yeah, it did.
But once again, I don't have a problem with slow. I have a problem with, like you said, storytelling. Like if it's, because like I'm currently like, this is not nerd related, but I'm currently watching This Is Us, which is like a really heavy drama. And y'all know I don't really do anything outside of like, if they ain't got hands, I don't care. But
they got hands for your feelings.
Boy, I mean, I was like playing the game and it was on. I was like, I'm gonna just put this down.
Did you find out what happened?
Yeah. Ran to one. But nah.
Boy, that episode where he was.
Yeah. Look, I'm glad. I just got season 4.
I haven't seen it.
But once again, like you said, storytelling. Season 2 opening up with a new set of characters. Well, a new character in general. Then we transition to where Thorfinn has been, and then I think the thing, because they did have they did have action, but I liked it. I liked the action more in season 2 because
it was part of the story.
Well, that's
why I liked it.
But no, that because it was such a pivotal point in the story.
It was,
because it was like a moment where, it was like I had to revert. Like it's like almost like I have to do this. I have to make a decision to revert back to who I was, when I've relinquished this part of me. But I have to do it, and I have to fight for something.
And let me tell you, it comes back up in the mangas too.
Oh yeah, and then which I caught up on that too. So,
I'm proud of you.
But
you met the hunter.
Yo,
yeah,
I was like, hey boy, I was crying too. I was crying too. But then the concept of it's more thought out. It's not just Thorfinn raging into it. He's like actually analyzing his opponents. He's looking at him. He's sensing the aura. He's like, okay, I can tell just by looking at this person that they're not a normal fighter, that I can't just win and everything like that. And he's like a complete badass. And he's such a badass in season 2. Like he gets like his ear cut off. He like meets Canute again, and it's just this conviction within him that I think is like amazing.
My favorite scene was when he fought Snake.
Yeah.
And Snake, people, because I was talking about it with one of my boys, I said, Snake started to not fight to kill him anymore. He started to fight him to understand, like, why are you fighting like this? Like, why aren't you trying to kill me? Why are you protecting dude?
Yeah.
Like, what's your angle? So the fight became less about trying to win and more about trying to understand each other.
And I think that's crazy when you think about it like that. And I know we're talking above your head, Jeffrey, because you haven't seen Vinland Saga yet. But
it's good.
Yeah, no, it's so good. It's so good. And it's a really emotional watch.
I feel like the audience right now. I'm just like,
But let me tell you, that scene, real quick, when they mess up, because this is a spoiler, the people who watch him, because Thorfinn is technically a slave.
Yeah.
So the thing with where he's at is, with the owner of him, is if you clear off this land and plant healthy crops, you get your freedom. And that's it. You can stay here and work, you can leave, it's your choice. When they planted their crops, because Thorfinn, Vikings, they don't plant. So when he was with Einar, who knows how to farm, and they were learning and plowing and growing together and understanding each other, the guards who work fucked up their crops. And I saw that scene and I paused and I said, nah, you ain't gonna fuck up my hard work. Like,
Nah, for real.
I felt like I did the work.
But it was like a moment. I'm gonna tell you where Attack on Titan and Vinland Saga do for me. Human nature. It is the epitome of human nature. There is not a moment where someone is too righteous, and I think JJK touches on it a lot too. Like human nature is a really big thing. Oh my god!
But no, they do.
But human nature.
I know about that.
But no, like I'm bouncing back to JJK now, like because like the notion of human nature is so prominent in JJK because it's like if you look at Itadori how he views himself, and then Megami how he views himself. Like these are people that really like outside of really Nobara, the other part of Jujutsu High. Like Panda, Maki, Inumaki.
You didn't know that one?
I was about to say.
I always remember it because I'm like, Maki? Inumaki.
It's perfect.
They really like, that team is like, they don't give a fuck about themselves. Well, yeah, that's, solid as fuck. One of my best, that's one trope I love. The 2-boy, 1-girl, 3-member team trope. Love it. You add one more person, I'm like, but that 3-member trope, I love it.
Inumaki is one of my favorite characters in JJK. His power.
Really?
Yes.
I don't care for him.
I love to think about what someone must struggle with to be that talented, but you can't even speak normally to your friends. True. But you are useful in a battle, but they have to slowly get to know what you say, because remember, even, and this is spoiler, Yuta was having a hard time until the very end, and he was like, oh, I get that. Yuta's perspective in that movie Zero, that's what it was, to me is what I see Inumaki as. It was like, wow, you deal with all of this.
And he never like, I will give him like character-wise, very solid, very good character. Never complains, never really has a problem. And it's like he's accepted his role. And that's honestly like for real, that's what JJK is about, underlying. Like it's accepting where you see yourself in the role that you are. It parallels with how Itadori sees himself as a cog. It parallels with the fact that Megami is like, I'll sacrifice myself because this is my job. The board is like, oh, I don't know about it.
I want some money.
Yeah, right? But then even Toto was like his whole, like, we are the exception. We are Jujutsu Sorcerer speech. Like, it's crazy to think that these are like teenagers in this like world and stuff like that. But it's this concept of we have roles, we have duties. Like, we didn't ask for this, but we have to do this.
Really, when we think about it, it's just Power Rangers Time Force.
I can't stand this stupid, bro.
It is. It's just Power Rangers.
Bro, what's your... First of all, that's going to be another episode. I'm saying it right now. Oh, that's right.
What?
This motherfucker to my left. Well, we cussing on here too, by the way.
What?
You know he don't do Power Rangers.
Yeah, I know you don't like Power Rangers. You're looking for Derek.
Let's break Derek.
I had to get on top. We had a whole Power Rangers debate in this one group chat I was in. It was fun.
I don't know what my favorite would be. I want to think about it. I'm gonna go back and
No, we talked about people, not like members, not just like the shows.
What did you think about the remake? This is just off topic.
It was okay.
Really?
Yeah, it was okay.
You see that it's becoming like a cult following now?
Yeah, Power Rangers is definitely growing as a cult following. That Jeffrey don't like.
The way that we talk about JJK is how like is how he feels about Power Rangers. I gotta get y'all all on board or something. Digimon, Pokemon.
Digimon, yeah.
Yeah, I like Digimon.
I'm about to say that, but yeah. No, JJK as a whole was a solid. I think it's a really good anime. I think
Season 1 was better.
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Inumaki had a clean scene in season 1. The him telling Megami and the blood guy to run, like through the cursed speech, so they would do it. That's like a
That's
really
all
good
I'm
scene.
saying.
Yeah,
And you see how much it hurts him to do it like that. He had to literally get the third spray because he was spitting up.
boy,
That
yeah.
is crazy.
The blast away part, yeah. That was
And then,
crazy.
spoiler alert again, my man lost his arm. Off screen.
But you want to know?
Off screen.
You want to know something? Did you finish the season? You finished it, or did you not watch it anymore?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm not done.
Are you gonna watch it?
Yeah.
That's so much resentment. It's so much resentment. Like it's so much. Like you're only doing it just because like I feel like we're asking you to do it.
No, I'm doing it because I'm an anime fan. I love anime.
We are.
And I talked to Geto's voice actor too.
He will not let us live this down. He said he's right.
He was right. He was right. He said, "Thank you, bro." I'm like,
Let me ask you this: do you think that where it's going? Do you think it'll change your opinion on where it's ranked?
possibly.
Okay, I get that.
I'm objective.
That's true. You are very objective. I'll give you that. But let's talk about JJK and transitioning to another random part of this conversation because we're just off topic at this point. Have you guys started the Ninja Kamui? Kamui?
Yes.
You watched?
Yes.
Started? You watched it? Are you caught
Yes.
up?
First episode. Wow.
What's the premise? Break it down.
Ninja who left being a ninja. When you leave,
They gonna kill you.
They gonna kill you. They came to kill him. Killed his family. Didn't kill him, and now he want all the smoke.
But we don't know. He doesn't even know why he's alive.
Yeah, he does.
He's like I should have died.
Yeah, he should have died.
And he's
So
like
Kratos.
Yes. Ninja Kratos.
I forgot that he's played God of War now.
Ninja Kratos.
he's blossoming. He's so beautiful.
Yeah.
See, I know things.
Yes, Ninja Kratos.
But yeah. It's action wise, it's really good. Fluid. I like that fluid. Like
It doesn't feel
transition.
unnecessary.
Yeah, like it's like really good. Over the top, of course. Like, but it's really good. Story wise, so far, I'll give it about a 6.5. Yeah. Because it's like
How many episodes are up?
Only two.
they're doing it week by week.
It's
It
on
drops
HBO.
every Sunday.
Yeah, every Sunday.
Yeah,
It's on
so,
HBO.
but the reason I brought that up was because the person that does the action in season 1 of JJK is the person that does the animator that does the thing. So, but it looked like he stepped his game up for real.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because JJK season 1 was good. I'm trying to think. The best fight was Toto versus the wood spirit
Yeah.
curse.
Now, Nanami had a good scene in season 1 too.
No being depressed. I mean,
Come on now.
no, he did. He did.
Come on.
Nanami,
against Mahito.
Well, no, Nanami versus Mahito.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
That was a good fight when he soloed them, and then the jumping Kaizen. Yeah.
Which is also why season 2 was a book into season 1 in a certain way.
What you mean?
Because that ass whooping that Mahito guy didn't forget. And literally was looking for these men in Shibuya and was waiting. When I saw him posted up in that booth, when Nanami walked, that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna tell you.
That's all I'm gonna say because I know Aaron ain't got that.
I know. I know. Aaron got his beef with it. But I'm gonna tell you this: Mahito was my favorite part of season 2.
Really?
Mahito was my favorite part of season 2.
Interesting.
You know what my favorite part of season 2 was? And I'm not gonna be funny here.
That's all you about to say.
Well, he ain't got there yet.
Just been. I loved seeing Gojo and Geto's backstory.
Boy, no, the prequel, the fall from grace, and the representation of the fact that literally they were the reason that one rose and one fell.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
like that was a good parallel. One in which that makes the JJK movie hit harder and everything.
And here's something that is a slight spoiler. I won't go into it, but and it also parallels almost to Itadori and Megami later on in the story.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. Keep that in mind.
That's why I think that scene at the last scene in the prequel is gonna transcend, which is why I could change my mind. Is when they're like, "What you smile about?" Nothing. No, he sees y'all, and that's what it is.
But you know
because
what?
Nobara literally looks just like Shoko. Like I love
her. golly,
Yeah.
you give me a brown hair, plain looking girl,
Smoking cigarettes.
and you put a cigarette in her mouth. Oh my God! Yes.
Man wants just a female Sanjay.
That's why you just want a female Sanjay.
Man, look, no,
I mean, well, you're the Sanjay in the group anyway.
no, not me. No.
Oh, you're right. Listen, there we go.
I do be running.
You
You think I was gonna disagree with that?
No, you run like a fucking track star, Joe. I swear to
boy.
God. I'm like,
I
Joe.
want y'all to know they fight like Zoro and Sanjay.
Yes. And I'm Zoro. Yeah.
I gonna hold you. Are you caught with the manga?
Not caught up with the mom.
Boy, you gotta read it. That boy Sanji.
I know. I heard he nice now.
That boy
Sanji.
Sanji. He
I
got
heard
nice.
I heard he
He's showing
nice.
you
I heard
this.
he nicer than nice.
That boy said, y'all, he said, I'm not taking that lesser bounty for nothing. Y'all
But
owe
hey,
me.
Uncle Jim still got some moves on.
Oh, Jinbei gonna always have that special, because Jinbei black.
What else do you have?
Jinbei is a nigga. Tell that man Luffy, get up, man, stand up.
I was like, ooh, I feel okay. This is
Like, yeah, I get your brother down, but you
It's
gotta
not
cool
arousing.
me.
This is a rousing
It's
speech.
interesting. It is a rousing speech, from what I've heard.
Maybe you inside like, did you say it
Where's
was
the
arousing?
I am at episode.
You got me too.
Look, I ain't thinking about it. I was like, it was good. It was good.
See, I know what's happening in the manga, but I'm still in episode 6 something.
You gotta tell me where you are.
Yeah,
I'm in Dressrosa.
Okay.
I'm in Dressrosa too. Like,
Good
that's
job. You caught up. You did some power watching.
I'm watching One Piece. Yeah. Like, no offense.
Going
Like,
back,
I got Crunchyroll, but
I tell people all the time, and that's gonna be One Piece has solidified itself as one of my favorite anime of all time. Definitely. If I never put the big 3 in my top 5 rankings because all 3 of them make it. I will always say that. Naruto's in my big 3, One Piece and Bleach are all in my big 3. Yep, I mean in my top 5. They are. What Naruto just strictly because being the anime that got me into anime. What?
you got to look at them.
I found a better spot.
That's so smart.
That's so, because it still pick up the sound.
That's the Tyler Perry right there. You know, you have it
Yeah,
right there at the
right.
wig. That's the Tyler Perry.
Call work. No, that's Joe with us. I just wanted some me time. Some what? You had some me time since November.
You're back now. Okay.
He apologized
Clock it.
off camera. We yelled at him. We love each other again. He ain't gonna text us back until like April, but we good. Next episode comes out on Easter.
Fuck you, man. Oh, fuck, I lost my whole train of
I'm
thought.
sorry.
What the fuck were we talking
You talking
about?
about
One Piece, but I'm really excited about the reimagining because of what you were saying. Because I think the reimagining that they're going to have the new series, it's called The One Piece, I think is what they're going to delineate it as. But I think for a lot of people who are trying to get into it, that are like, oh, it's a lot of episodes, or I don't want to watch early.
Well, you know, I watched, going back, look, okay, remember I told y'all I was at Thriller Bark. I just got out of Thriller Bark. Thriller Bark was the hardest watch for me. No, yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
Jeffrey was saying it's an arc.
Yeah, I promise God. Thriller, everybody always gives
It had
Scott
some
P.
great moments now.
Everybody gives Scott P a shit. Thriller Bark did not get good to me until the end. Right until the end.
Let me tell you something. I was disgusted when I found out what that man Hogbeck was doing with that girl Shindri. I mean, at that point I was like, this man I don't care about Gecko Moria.
Nah,
I don't
yeah.
care about none of these other ones. We need to take him out.
I will say this. I will completely agree with
And
you.
he just goes away and can do what he's doing all over again.
But it goes back to the conversation of, I don't know if it was us that was having it. I think it was. But One Piece, oh yeah, it was us because I said something about it the other day. One Piece is a really good way of like having some really, 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 really dark ass themes and then just being like, we're pirates, yeah! Like, what? How did we get here?
Slavery.
But yeah, One Piece is good. I always will say that One Piece's biggest downfall for the earlier part is the pacing. Fights drag out. Because reading it wise,
Dress gross. This got some pacing too now.
yeah, Dressrosa was a drag for
Let me
me.
tell you, I'm tired of that Coliseum.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my number one complaint.
We gonna
That's
see it
Coliseum.
for. We gonna see it for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's just like Alabasta. I'm tired of these sand tones. I'm ready to go out in the water. Like, okay.
Alabasta wasn't that bad to me in the sense of, but I get it, because it's all one big ass arc.
Yeah.
But to me, I break it up between like
pre-getting to Alabasta.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you, I was cool until we got to Alabasta, and I was like, okay, how long we gonna be? Okay.
We're still here.
Oh, it's his
That's
brother.
why we was telling him, if you watch Bleach, skip the Bound arc.
Yeah. And if you want to watch
I'm
it,
still early.
and I'm gonna say this to anybody.
That's fine.
I'm gonna say this to anybody that hasn't started Bleach or anything. If you watch the Bound arc on your own, we warned you.
We did.
We told you straight up what was gonna happen. Skip it. There's nothing for you.
Skip it. There's a little like plot in there, but you can get it
Just
in the next
YouTube the
arc.
scene.
But you can YouTube it, but
Yeah.
skip the Bound arc.
But Bleach didn't have, to me, Bleach's pacing only was like that because that's an early 2000s anime with
Yeah.
filler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You cut, like, the story, like, out of the,
1,000-Year Blood Arc been better about that?
Yes, I
Yeah.
would say that. There's not a lot of filler in 1,000 Year Blood because we're just at the end.
well, you know, we
Really
don't
end.
really have filler in anime like that no more, though. A lot of people,
And well,
You-
you don't. But then when you do like One Piece, it's good filler that kind of
yeah,
eliminates.
but
people.
even
back in the
One
day,
Piece-
it was just
yeah,
the crew was gonna go hunt spirits in the woods. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
yeah. No, I skip the filler.
There is a little bit of filler nowadays because realistically, let's be real. This next arc of Demon Slayer is kind of filler.
Oh yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Depending on how they shape it, like that.
Yeah.
boy,
Yeah, I get what
It's
you're
either
saying.
gonna be filler or an arc.
that arc. It should. I don't. It should just be a special.
You should make that the movie.
Yeah.
I'll watch it.
Like make the movie and do more backstory for some of the Hashira and just fill it.
Let's go.
Because after this one, then we get to the
We're going
palace.
straight to it.
Then we're going straight to the palace.
It don't. As soon as that arc is done,
We're
I mean,
going.
when I was reading, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
One no time wasted. Everyone pack your shit, bury them.
You gonna hear the crows calling, and that's it.
Yep. It's cry later. We gotta go.
You gotta roll.
Yeah, no. Demon Slayer, to be honest with you, they should have died. Like, they should have lost that fight. Hey, spoiler warning.
They should have died.
Hey, they should have got. Boy, what?
That's it.
They had an 8-year-old running that show. That boy was like, I was not prepared for this. Yeah, it was wild. I was like, damn, they really out here making
That whole
power.
backstory, him waiting in the wings and all everything making sense from that first season, seeing the two. Boy,
I said, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer was like a 7 to me. 7. I haven't watched a good 10 in a while.
Demon Slayer to me,
I'll give you.
there's
I'll give you some
something.
tens.
What?
Demon Slayer.
Well, I mean, like something's completed.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
There, I think I've noticed lately. Might be picked up by the way.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
so he can
yeah,
chat.
I was
sorry.
about to say, hopefully I am.
Oh yeah. We just have a chat.
Something that I've noticed lately is there are a lot of
Coming
animated.
clear as fuck too.
Oh,
Sorry.
cool. They have everything they need. They got the characters. They got the story. The world
Demon
building
Slayer?
is here. I'm just talking about in general right
No,
now.
I'm saying you're talking about Demon Slayer. Oh yeah, they got the boo physics.
And it's like everything is. You funny.
Play baseball over to you?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't know it either.
that's cool.
What?
I was just about to give you a compliment and like, okay, Jeffrey, I'm sorry, continue.
Nah, bookstore. $7.
You sponsored by them now?
We sponsored by Old Dominion,
Look.
the power company of the university.
Hey, whoever wants.
Both.
But no, I think there's a lot of stories right now that have everything they need, but I think a lot more. What is more common, it seems to me, in Japanese culture than even American culture with shows and movies and books is when the mangaka has an image of what they want is going to happen. It ain't fan outcry doesn't change what they're going to do with their story.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that for me, there have been some stories that had what I thought they needed, but it just missed that last little bit of punch. Like I get exactly what you mean saying that Demon Slayer gives you like a 7 because it's one of the most beautiful in terms of how it is animated. 10. Like I have not seen anything. I've seen a few, but that is one of the best mainstream I think animes in terms of art style, art, animation, everything. I think where it lacks is like Aaron said a little bit, the pacing. Because let's just go back to this past arc that we did, the Swordsmith Village.
Yep.
I felt like we sat and they spent a lot of time on certain areas and not enough time on others.
Yep.
Because I felt like with Muichiro, right? We kept coming back to things that we could have handled, like the water demon guy. We could have took care of that a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get that.
that was a drawn out fight.
Yeah,
That was drawn out.
and to me, and it's not like it happens a lot, but you can tell in little instances throughout this most recent season that, okay, we're not going to make a whole episode of filler, but we're going to spread this a little bit, and then this little scene, we're going to spread that a little bit, so we can get to this last little scene with Nezuko, and then we're going to end it on this. And I think that came across more, and that's not even a mangaka issue, that's just more of what Mappa was, trying to put forth and just saying, all right, this is how we're going to cut it up, because I know they've got to think about it from a business perspective of, okay, we have this, we have the Hashira training arc, and basically we have a two-parter for the ending.
Yeah.
Like that's all we got left, so that gives you 3 seasons if you really want it.
And I just feel like that's kind of drawn out, because I'm like, golly, can we just finish it? Like that, like I agree with
1,000-year blood war.
Thank you. Too many words.
TYB.
That was like you said TYB.
All right, I'll just keep that back.
1,000-year blood war. Yo, just keep that. Aaron, say it.
The thing. But like once again, I'm like, golly, like reading it wise, I felt like it's not that long of an arc, but then it's like it's being broken up in so many different pieces, but I get it.
Studios aren't letting the story dictate the episodes anymore, and I think that is partially. I don't know if it's an issue. I'm just saying that I think that if you really want to let your story breathe and be how it was, you would have put the Hashira training right inside of this.
Yeah, I don't get why the Hashira training wasn't the last bit of the sport.
That's
like it transcends, because I feel like because I'll give the last arc of Demon Slayer, I'll give that a 2-parter. I feel like you can probably, you give me about
they could have
you could have split that.
You could have gave me 10 in Swordsmith and then gave me about 8 in Hashira training.
Yeah.
And then we're ready.
And then make it a whole, it's an 18 season. Look, that's like my thing with other stuff too, outside of like anime. Because it's like, I always say like Invincible. Like, I don't like that season 2 is 8 episodes. We gave you 4 in December, now we give you 4 in March.
That messed with my tism too, because I was like, Jesus Christ, like I'm almost forgetting. I'm like, I was like, oh yeah, Invincible's supposed to come back out. Like, blah, blah, blah. But it's also like the notion of, it goes back to pacing. It goes back to how studios put out the content. You got to stretch it out to a 30-minute time frame. I will say, I think
But I would say the thing that gives me, if I'm comparing it to, that's where I'll give credit to JJK.
I said you said the words I don't know. I said JJK had
the really pacing of this season. I think, regardless of if you like it or not, the pacing was pop. Here we are. This fight is here. This happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Now we're going to the next thing that you need to see. Because for me, unless it's slice of life, I don't need you to waste my time.
That's true. Yeah.
If I'm being really honest, and even if you're going to waste my time, don't waste it fully. Give me character development within that.
Yeah, but you have that in JJK.
That's why slice of life works.
Yeah.
But these ain't slice of life. So that's why, if
you slice it through life,
that's it.
Slice it for your life.
If you want to go slice life real quick, restaurant to another world or something like that. Wonderful. It's a nice little palate cleanser. People from random worlds come to eat at the chef's little restaurant, and it goes all these random dimensions.
That's how I've been feeling about Mr. Villain's Day Off. It's just a villain who just loves pandas. He just going to the zoo. That's it. Go watch it. It's like,
that sounds wonderful.
It's so delightful. It's like,
I'm gonna drink some tea watching that.
You can. He's like, I'm gonna destroy Earth soon.
But these pandas.
But I'm gonna go to that zoo. And I'm gonna go see that panda.
Well, he be in there like, ooh, he got that shit on.
No, it was one episode, it was him and a little boy, and they were both trying to figure out the panda's tail was white or black. And then the panda stood up and they were both like, it's white. And they heard each other, they looked at each other, and they fist bumped. And I was just like, I like this.
See, now, and I think there are some shows that are giving that have started to mix slice of life with a little bit more like shonen style, because a new show that I just started watching, it's in its 2nd season, but my brother actually got me to start watching, was Mashal.
Thank God.
Good.
Thank God. That theme song for season 2.
Boy, that theme song.
And I will be known on this podcast as the person who will always at least give a dub a chance. And I'm gonna tell you,
The dub's decent.
That dub of season 1 I was talking to my brother about this. There are some things in dubs that don't come across well just because the culture doesn't always translate.
Sure, yeah.
MASH was one of the few shows where they get the exact, like his tone when he's speaking. The dub actor gets it exactly like the sub actor does. And so I've noticed a lot more with dubbings lately, even with One Piece, like a lot of them are matching up to what their sub voice actor does, or at least try to do something similar, and I appreciate that.
MASH is great.
MASH is good. Yeah.
It's like, it's got storyline, but it's also funny as hell to me. So
It
like,
is.
Hey, that first episode sold me.
You made cream puffs? Yeah.
But when he just walked, he was like, yeah, he's an expert carpenter because he always breaks the door. I was like, yeah, you know what? I get that. I might rock with that. But nah, I like a.
I hugely recommend it. I'm
a sucker for it, and it's probably because like my first like official anime probably would have been like Naruto that I watched all the way through. I'm a sucker for a person can't do something that everybody else can do, but they're still like OP. And
that's why I love that man Austin.
Black Clover,
Black Clover.
Which I need to
We have
catch up on that.
a whole talk on that. I can give you a whole chat on Black Clover.
I need to catch up on that because they switched from Shonen Jump to I think
monthly
Jump
now, right?
Yeah, it's like quarterly or something.
Okay, because they're getting to the end, so they're really taking this.
Here.
Yeah.
But
which they've had enough come out now that they could really just bring the show back because they've got the material. But I think they're going to wait until it's fully closed.
Yeah, I think with them switching to like how they're putting it out now instead of being
because boy, I'm sorry, I do not mean to interrupt you. That movie, the Black Clover movie on Netflix. Can we chat about? Was that last year? That was 2023.
Yeah,
that was one of my like.
That was beautiful.
Boy,
that was beautiful. That was a good. You watched it?
No, I didn't.
It was good.
Right now. I'm just listening.
I'm gonna tell you too. I'm gonna tell you what I'm a sucker for too.
Mary Leon.
Oh God, yes. A strong woman that can destroy me. Death by seduction.
You like that, and then go watch The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic.
I love that. That's my favorite.
You like Rose then?
Yeah, you'll love Rose actually.
You will.
I'm glad I got an anime.
I was like, what?
You may have to tell your lady, hey, I got.
Look, you over there. I'm hiding Bob.
Joe turns his pillow over to Rose and says, okay.
I need you to leave the room real quick.
Business idea. Disguisable pillowcases that can flip over.
That's hilarious.
You
heard it here first in case I need to sue somebody.
Yep.
Trademark it. But no, that's hilarious. But
they always say that, but who the hell do you call? Like, hey, trademarking office, I had this idea.
Oh, that's Derek.
Say it.
Derek did that shit. Derek did. He figured it out.
Y'all want me to call him?
Summon that man.
Now.
But Mary Leone, I loved her. I liked her reason.
See what Netflix did for that movie, because I did not have a lot of faith. I know they outsourced it or bought the rights or something like that.
Netflix has not. I think they're bad. I just finished the Yu Yu Hakusho watch.
How was it? I haven't watched it yet. I know you will give me the true opinion. How was it?
Have you watched it?
The live action Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yes,
I did.
I thought that one wouldn't translate well, so I'm curious.
I'm gonna say this. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Just give me a re-animated like Hunter x Hunter treatment, and I'll be happy.
It wasn't One Piece.
Oh hell to the no!
It wasn't One Piece.
They took seasons 1 through 4 and made one arc.
It looked good.
Was it meant to just be one season show?
Is it a limited series?
Yeah, it was.
So yeah.
I mean, it was cool.
So I'm gonna tell you this. Action. It was
It work.
Overrated as fuck.
Action wise, yeah, it was. I mean, they threw them hands.
I'm about to say they know how to do the fight choreography.
They threw them hands. And you know I'm a sucker for if they throw hands. If they throw hands good enough,
that's his damn problem.
Continue.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this now before I forget to say it later. If Avatar: Last Airbender, because I know people got questions about that.
You got 3. Yeah, I heard things too.
I've heard things, and I don't think you're gonna be thrilled.
No, I've read. Look, I've kept up with everything. Like but I'm gonna tell you this.
The action looked good.
The action
I saw the fight scene with
Zuko Iroh.
Yeah.
I said, don't worry, 10 out of 10. Look, I know Aaron gonna be mad at me. Joe said they didn't do the story right. But did you see the hands?
And this is one of those times I'm like, yes. I did.
But yeah,
I'm gonna say this though. As much as this is gonna be lovely, getting the Avatar story out the way, tell me a live action Korra wouldn't go off.
There you go, bro.
That would be good.
Especially because you have more of the urbanization of certain areas.
Get off her Peter Weeder, bro.
It's not even hers. Bolin. That man makes the series like lava bending out of
That's my
nowhere.
favorite character.
Come on.
Same, he's my favorite.
Come on. Anyway, I'll digress. That's for our future person.
I don't think you. If you don't like Bolin, then I can't
You
rock
got
with you.
something
Something
wrong
wrong
with
with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not a happy person, and you don't want happiness for me.
Hot take: Bolin's the Appa of the second set.
Where's my bison?
That's it. Let somebody take Bolin.
Where's my brother?
That's it.
Let me tell you something. Hey, I don't know why my feed has been like my TikTok feed has been just been flooded with like these memes, but for some reason people have been constantly talking about Aang snapping like after Appa was gone, and I was like, I went back. Look, I went back and they was like, yeah, we're nomads. We believe in peace until someone takes our bison. Facts.
Look,
We want all smoke.
the best meme of it I saw was Plankton on SpongeBob's brain saying, "This is Kyoshi," in that moment on Aang. Yeah.
When
Where's the formula crabs?
when they were in the desert.
Never.
And that man Aang hunted down that vulture bee
Oh yeah.
just because it was like he was like, nah, bet. He got Momo back.
I'm here to tell you, I knew in that moment when he had hands for anybody on his crew in that moment. Like it didn't make like Toph might be blind and that's nice. Aang didn't care about that.
Toph was like, I held the library up, which
And the thing
solidifies
is, Aang said, "I didn't ask you to hold that library.
Look, the crazy part about
I
it
asked you
is
to watch my bison.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Watch my damn bison.
That's all. You can't lose him. He's right here.
for our Avatar conversation, I'm gonna have my buddy Nate here because he's using the Avatar Last Airbender.
He gonna hate me.
But
I'm gonna have to rewatch the
Oh yeah,
series and stuff to really run my mouth
He's a
out.
Last Airbender fan. He's like,
good.
He likes Korra, but he was like Last Airbender.
I'll line y'all up as like
Here he goes. Yeah, you go ahead and get ready to sit right here and be a mediator.
Aaron, that's the day you get to be the guys.
I'm the peacemaker that day. No.
But what was I about to say? But nah, let me tell you something. This is crazy because me and him was talking about it. Toph held the library up from the top.
Yeah.
Like all the weight was at the bottom. And she's physically like
Let me tell
holding
you
it up.
something real quick, an opinion I do have of that first set. Toph was the key to a lot of things going Aang's way.
Toph was the reason. I'm telling you right now.
Like I get everybody played their role, but I'm sorry, Toph brought something to that team.
Toph was the.
She invented metal bending, literally on the spot. Come on.
Zuko made the team like complete. But Toph was the foundation of that team. She was, and I think that's what her character
I had
represents.
somebody who would argue that and say it was actually Sokka because of that one episode when he won't dare.
Yeah. I think, Sokka was the leader. Sokka was the leader.
Yeah.
You didn't know which direction. Everybody brought their own thing. Like Aang is the chosen one.
Yeah, you can be the leader, not the glue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
And I
would argue Zoro does that sometimes for One Piece.
Yeah.
But the glue of the group. Zoro is the moral compass for the group for sure. He is the direction. As much as Nami is the navigator, because the episode where he was like, I don't give a fuck if the niggas say sorry or not. If he don't say that shit and mean it, he's not getting on this fucking boat.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you say.
Well, no. And then he was like, "That's all right if you do want it, but that means I get off."
Yeah. This is I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck what you say. If you say
got one more time. You do. And I don't care about none of it.
They said, they was like, but come on, it's Usopp. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I love how it's in the comment section. It's always the picture. Disgruntled and shaky.
Oh my god.
We just say something like the Z Fighters, like Goku's the leader, but the glue I say is Krillin. Because Krillin ain't good.
I'd say Piccolo.
Or Piccolo.
The only reason I can't give it to Piccolo is because Piccolo really is. Him and Vegeta have very much clear sentiments on. More so Vegeta than Piccolo, but it's more like, hey, bro, I'm just here because like I'm doing my own thing, but I'm here.
Yeah.
I say Krillin for real because out of everyone, like Tien also does his own thing.
Yeah.
Yamcha does his own thing, but Krillin's always there.
I'll say this. It might be Gohan.
It might be Gohan. It might be Gohan.
From season.
Think about it. When Goku was dead, everybody gathered around this man. Nobody was at Krillin's house like,
But you
hey,
know
how's it
what?
going? What ain't you? Pregnant yet? Like, no.
Did you beat it up?
Strongest Earthling, right?
So tell me, how is the androids?
And then they say strongest Earthling, but I'm like, I mean, TN is right there. I don't know if that eye thing is an alien or if it's just an ability.
Well, Krillin was
technically strong as
Krillin might be nice, but I still.
TN nice, TN cool.
I'll say this, and Joe may disagree. Krillin would beat a lot of Naruto characters.
Ooh.
What?
He would.
Ooh. What?
He would.
Ooh.
No, you think I'm gonna disagree?
Oh,
okay.
I thought you were.
Nigga, Yamcha. I'm so sick of niggas with power scaling.
Yamcha would beat the
Give
shit
me
out.
the Cyberman. He's wiping a lot of the birds.
Yamcha would beat the shit out of some people from
Tell
Naruto.
me what the fuck Tintin gonna do against a Cyberman.
I want the audience to know how funny it is to see our volume levels. And to know that we're going to have to lower some
I
stuff.
can't wait for Derek to edit.
Damn.
Not only is he gonna edit this volume, he's gonna edit this volume. Cause we spike over here. But you what? I'm so sick of the power scale. I remember you had that conversation. I tell people all the time that Naruto and One Piece have very similar power scaling. You can pretty much, if they're gonna a fight in One Piece and Naruto can pretty much translate very well. But when you get into attacks that can destroy like planets and stuff, it's going to be Dragon Ball Z then Bleach. It's going to be Dragon Ball Z because you can literally destroy the planet, and then Bleach because their powers are just that. Like Aizen's power is Genjutsu times 100. Like it's you can't do anything. Like everything's an illusion. You don't know.
Yep.
And then it's like one nigga's powers is just front to back and switch, and left to right and switch, and you don't have the time to figure it out because is normal. Like one dude, he's blind and makes you blind.
Yep. Matter of fact, I can't see.
So now you can't see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap it up after this. But did you guys see the TikTok of the dude that created the sacred treasure thing? He's like Big Raga, the op stopper. Let me tell you something. I say that shit. He's like, you think I'm dying? No, nigga, we dying.
The only thing that stops Megami from being one of my favorite characters of that show is his drip ain't right.
Damn. He is plain Jane.
Yuji wears it better.
Yeah,
Yuji got that.
And the red shoes that Yuji got with him,
Usually putting that
I'm
shit
here to tell
on.
you.
Put the Jordan.
And then with his pink hair with the brown undertones he got going.
Usually got that shit on. Even when before he started adopting the Jujutsu High fit and he was in his high school clothes, like that's the main character right there.
Boy. So,
that's another reason I don't like
Ichigo. Just saying, nobody got drip like Ichigo. Go look at that man's closet.
Man, but Kubo was like, no, I wanted to be a fashion designer. The creator of Bleach was like, no, I wanted to be a fashion designer.
That's why the clothes always be nice.
Boy, and we were getting fits for how they had the manga covers and they had the drip boy.
Chest. Okay.
Boy,
Go look at all the Ichigo inspired outfits.
I know Luffy might be my favorite of the big three protagonists just because that man is just cold in his ideas, but Ichigo is a close second. Ichigo called the ambulance
for the people you about to fuck up.
Can you imagine? It's like 6 on 1 and you like, I need 1, 2, 3, 4.
What's your name?
What's your social?
Ichigo got that energy where he ain't worried about going down to the corner store anywhere.
Yeah, he
walking.
Yeah. He gonna be alright.
Yeah, you don't worry about it. Ichigo ain't come home tonight. All right,
he'll be back. He'll be fine.
That's right.
That's why realistically his dad's never worried about it.
I can just be joking.
Come out the blue sun.
So what are you watching right now?
They want to know
about 2023.
They want
the ninja.
They want to know, Joe.
The Ninja Kamui. I'm watching that. I just what's something else I was watching? I think that's honestly it right now. Really? I haven't watched.
Me and Aaron have some things for you.
Oh God. I need an adult.
Just like friendship. We'll be on tomorrow at 7.
I've already watched Fairy Tail.
I have committed you tonight to watching The Wrong Way to Use Healing.
Yes, please watch The Wrong Way.
I'm sorry, Joe. I will be checking up on you. I will be texting you. I will be texting you in the morning to get a report. I will be calling you tomorrow.
And I will follow up.
I'll have Aaron with me.
So you look at what email you had.
Matter of fact. Okay.
The Wrong Way.
That's how we gotta get Joe to do something. We gotta email him and put it on his Outlook calendar.
Yep.
That's how we gonna get him.
That's
how they get me.
If y'all fuckers email me a date on my Outlook calendar and it translates to my actual account, I will be so upset.
Hey, you got a lunch break? You don't need
Man,
your,
dude, I'm not wasting my lunch break on this.
You don't need your
It's
eyes
not
to
gonna
eat.
trust me. It's not gonna be a waste on your lunch break. Realistically,
It's not gonna be a
What you
waste
got, an
tonight
hour?
when you gonna watch.
you got an hour lunch break. You can knock out 2 episodes.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you,
I don't want to.
You're not gonna want to stop.
You're not.
Who?
You're not. I'm
Like,
mad that it's a weekly.
Like Aaron, let's have since Joe has been the one to make me be the one that don't know something. Joe gonna be not knowing something. Let's talk about this show in broad strokes. I ain't gonna give
That's
spoilers.
fine. That's fine.
But let me say
And with that being said, this is the
That's
51 minutes.
actually a
I was waiting
actually a great
for
way to
it.
end
I was like, yeah, start the conversation. We're at 50 minutes. So yeah, so I guess we'll start the next episode off. No, you
I guess we'll see if Joe watches the show.
And that actually is a perfect place.
Well,
to
no,
start.
go ahead and tell me about it, because it was Slice of Life, right?
No.
No.
Oh,
No,
what's
no.
what?
It's a
It's a show.
show. It's a show.
Yeah. Like he literally.
Is it smoke?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, it's fights?
Think about the
It's
title
fine.
real quick. And think about how you could use it. It is not the traditional way. That could be a badass way.
Yep.
Okay, all right, I'm trusting your word on it.
I promise you. Number one, it's been a while since I've had a show that intrigues me storyline wise, has action, and makes me laugh. I don't usually get
And the
all of those
animation
hits.
is really good.
Yeah, I don't usually get all that.
Right, god damn it.
Like if I could, that one is.
Did y'all rehearse this for y'all presented
No,
to
I'm
me?
not.
No, we just talked about the anime. We was at lunch. I was like, have you seen it?
Yes, I have. Boy.
Anime that y'all two seen that I haven't?
We like to
No,
thank you
hey.
all for watching.
Close this shit. Y'all calling it in our first and last episode.
Between that and Mashal, I've been busy.
Oh, yeah, Mashal, yeah,
Like
yeah.
those two are big, and then another one that I need to check out that I've heard is really good is Frieren. It's a German word, so I might be saying it wrong.
I've heard that one.
I've heard it's a feeling
that.
like you gon' cry.
Ooh, woo, woo, woo. Crap, boy.
Oh, I'm about to say that make you feel like that.
That's
how you gonna
She
feel,
locked
aren't
down too. Ooh, I'm trying not to show
Better
up
get
on
some
camera.
Basically,
And we've had this been another.
we're gonna go get Joe a cigarette.
This been
Hey,
another-
banana.
I got this been another episode of Unfiltered Bro. There, come on, wait.
Hold on now, trademark.
But yeah, I think that definitely check out Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic.
But someone said the one that you just said. Someone said the animation
Frieren?
on that. Yeah, someone said that was contended
Oh, it's
with JJK
beautiful.
for 2023.
Basically, what you get from Freerun, from what I know, to give broad strokes, is this isn't like they have little bits of action and stuff, but that's not the point of the show.
Mm-hmm.
The show is to talk about memories and time spent because her character is a half elf or something where time passes. She lives for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, you know how usually in these stories you get to see the story of the party, how they got to success and what happened. Da, da, da. This is a story after. So this is after they've been through those journeys, been together for 10 years, and then her life goes on and she sees her compatriots start to age and die, and like she has been jaded by not understanding, like she hasn't really connected with people before because she's like, what's the point? They live for a split second for me. So it's a show about her coming to terms.
I didn't mean to cut you off. That's basically how the immortal is in Invincible.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I like that. I mean, it's an interesting concept that I think a lot of people think it's just tier bait, but I don't think it's that. I think it's more so making you understand that the value of time spent is the memories attained, not anything else. And I think that'll be interesting to watch. So that's my.
We got away with words. I want to get like
Jeffrey, let me tell you something. Not Jeffrey, Joe, let me tell you something. I actually watched the first episode of The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic tonight.
Okay,
I
yeah.
actually think
I'm gonna put it on my watch.
it's like 20. It's like 30 minutes, but like 23 minutes. Not nothing crazy, and then you'll want to watch the second one. We'll wait for your text message.
I promise. Look, when you meet Rose,
Yeah,
that's
you,
all
you ready?
You gonna text us 8 minutes into the
I
episode?
love it.
Oh yeah, nah, you guys got it. You got.
Oh, you already saw her?
No. I like the
cover.
cover. That's how I used to use video games as a kid.
Boy, all I can tell you is,
Oh, yeah? That's right.
it's
All
a good.
Well, I'm gonna add this to mine.
That's the main one I would give right now. Besides Solo Leveling,
I know.
Solo Leveling is the other one I'm watching. Right now. We didn't talk about Solo Leveling. That's what we missed.
Fuck.
Okay,
How much
let's
time we got?
What's our time?
We got 5 minutes.
All right.
Let's talk about this Fantastic Four cast.
I mean, Pedro Pascal, right? Anyway, I'll talk about that another time. Trust me.
What?
That's-
Pedro Pascal?
That's,
Right? You're an idiot.
that's our next episode in April.
Well, it might be April. Nah,
Solo
I gotta open March. This month was crazy, bro.
I'm not saying it wasn't.
Solo Leveling.
Very good.
Thoughts before we close it out.
Well, I've read it. I've completed it.
Oh,
I've
okay.
read the manga.
So let me ask you then.
Hold on, wait. I'm not spoiling it.
No, I don't want you to spoil it.
Okay.
Yeah, I want that.
Lengthwise, how long do you see this being able to go?
Whew. Alright. I'm gonna tell you this. It was Solo Leveling took a couple years for me, but it was an amazing read. Lengthwise, you probably can get about 4 or 5 good seasons.
It's about Demon Slayer length.
This feels like a 5-season.
Yeah, because it's not long enough.
I was
It's
like,
not drawn
to
out.
the end already, or we just in the beginning
No,
still? Okay.
Beginning.
I love how this is just the beginning.
Boy. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm not spoiler warning. I'm not spoil too much for y'all. I'm not even gonna say too much. By the time this is how a human becomes a god. This is the story.
And I'm gonna tell you on that one too. That dub actor, that dub actor.
I've been watching the sub.
Because I switched over to the sub when I caught up because they were like two ahead. Not like I'll switch between the two, but like that dub for that. Go back and just watch, like hearing how his voice is in episode 1
versus how it is.
Go back and watch that most recent episode.
I got you.
Yeah,
but but all jokes aside, when he gets to a point,
because I was like, wait a minute. I was in the middle of watching it, and I was like,
because
is this the same?
So we're all caught up on the show.
Yeah.
As far as what was saying. Okay,
episode
so
7, I think, is where it's up to right now. For anybody who's like,
so you see the transition from just him out of the hospital.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, and the system is like, start doing your push-ups, start working out, and then you see the slow.
Boy, he saw that first penalty. He was like, I'm gonna do these push-ups.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this push-ups. Oh God.
Let me tell you something. All of this, it goes so much further. I'm gonna tell you. You talk about drip. You talk about. Boy,
Remind me of something I saw in the comments in one of the episodes.
And I forgot to say this. I'll also give you one. I don't know if y'all watched it. The Unwanted Undead Adventurer.
oh no, that's not the one I thought about. Is it the one with the zombie, the dude that's immortal with the girl?
No.
Which one is that one?
That one.
I heard that one's good though.
It's basically about a guy who went to a dungeon, died, and came back. But he came back in a different way that I don't want to spoil it.
Okay, got you. Oh, speaking of which, do you guys watch The Wrong Way to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
I've heard of that.
I've heard about it. Is that something I should add to my list?
Listen, I thought it was a pervert anime. Then one of my friends suggested, no, because you know me.
Well, check my calendar.
You know me. I be like, some things don't very I got 4 sisters. Things don't translate well for me. I'm like, no, what? Wrong way to pick up girls?
Which I'll say this is a side note. What's his name in Solo Leveling does it better than what they do with Ghosh and Black Clover.
Yeah.
I want to say it off top because Ghosh, believe not to knows, makes me uncomfy in Black Clover. This dude just seems like, okay, and this is a slight spoiler, but it's like nobody else loves my sister, so I'm gonna love her as much as I possibly can.
Once you understand the story,
it makes perfect sense as to why he's like that.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that because it can still be funny, but you have to make me believe that it's not just creepy.
I'm gonna tell you what episode 6 does, and I want everybody to pay attention to it. Get it out your head that he's a hero. He is not the hero of this story. He is.
And which anime?
In this story, he is the main character. He is the protagonist in the sense of the word.
He's the main character.
The story revolves around
the focus is on him.
But he is not a hero in
I'm
this
paying
story.
attention to his little sidekick dude that he picked up.
Oh yeah, that's his homie. That's his homie.
I like him a lot.
The little rich boy?
Yeah,
I
that's
like
his homie.
him.
That's his homie. He
was like, sir.
But it gets to the point where it's like, because like the money, he has the money and stuff, but he's to the point where he's like, all right, I don't need this.
Because he just said the thing about wanting to be a guild master in the most recent episode, so he's gonna
So I'm gonna tell you this: you're gonna get to the point where you see him become so like just, and it's not even like a spoiler. He just becomes so strong that you're like, what the fuck, like.
Let me ask. This is just.
And that's the end of the episode. Because Jeffrey gonna call. Jeffrey does. No. Jeffrey has the ability to make me spoil everything.
My ability is no. It's not. It's not.
That's your domain expansion.
Spoilers. In his domain, Jeffrey
this is what happens to Mark and Omni-Man.
In his domain, he has full control over questions. If you don't answer, there's a penalty involved.
He's anime for you.
Instant roasted.
I was gonna say you lose an appendage every time you answer a question.
Jesus, I was a finger. That's worse than Hunter x Hunter.
Hey.
You remember how you don't answer Nanika's wish, and it's like the next one is worse. Hey, yeah, I want you to just
We're
go
gonna
to
have
that
to
chair
talk
over there.
about drawbacks to power systems or something.
Oh yeah.
Joe
I'll
has to
tell
answer
you.
the question about JJK. Okay, Jeffrey. All right.
So
I'll tell you.
this man can't do the sacred treasures no more.
Gojo came back. Alright, with that being said, this was the first episode of Handsome
And nerd.
You're my go-to!
This is the pilot. This is the pilot. Bear with us.
But,
This has been the first episode of Handsome and Nerdy.
thank you very much. And expect more content like this. Like I said, we're not just focusing on anime. We're going to talk about anything nerd related, anything that is classified under that. Our experiences, because we plan to go to GalaxyCon and do all those great things. And we might, and this is just.
I better get your ticket for next month because I'm going. Chris Sabat is going to be there. And I'm getting my Zoro.
I heard Jacob Romero from the One Piece live action gonna be there, so I'm gonna have to show up.
Yeah. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this first episode. Like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you check out the Woke Podcast. Make sure you check out Reaching a Teacher. Make sure you check out Unfiltered Brothers. All these things fall under us, including the Woke Podcast. We bought them out.
I'm not the sellout here. They ain't bought nothing for me.
We bought him.
I was about to make a joke, but this is a podcast.
It's Unfiltered. I was just playing.
Another show.
And with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. We appreciate you. Bye.